So let's just get right into it then with the Lakers game. Then obviously they played last night. Per usual, they were up after the first, after at halftime. Embiid had 35 points. Good performance with Embiid, but that was really stretched out from his first half, where I believe he had 24 points and wasn't able to do that much. Tyrese Maxey picked it up a lot in the second half. But another thing is, let's look at these 3-point percentages. Dominic Barlow 0 of 1, Kelly Oubre 3, Embiid 1 of 2, but Edgecombe 3 of 7, and Maxey 1 of 9. He didn't knock down a 3-pointer until I think under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I know guys have off days, but it's gotta be to the point where it's like you got to find a way to do something with that, and it just seems like they are very highly reliant on that 3-point ball, and it just does not work. When it doesn't work for them, they don't know what to do. And then also, Luka Doncic went out in the early second quarter and didn't return, but then obviously the Lakers just got Austin Reeves back on their road trip against the Brooklyn Nets, and he balled out in that fourth quarter. He had 35 points. And that's another thing I want to talk about is like, not only does it seem like their play goes down, but their defensive intensity takes a massive hit. And I think it showed in the final possession. Joel Embiid, or they were down 2 points because Maxey just hit a layup to make it a 2-point game. If they get a stop, they can tie or take the lead with a three. And instead, they double Austin Reeves, which makes sense. Joel Embiid is left in the paint with a decision. He decides to take the guy with the ball and leaves a wide open dunk for Rui Hachimura, icing the game. And it's just like, it's the classic Sixers, though, when it comes to like, oh, they think they have a chance. Because I don't know if you saw that shot Edgecombe hit late in the game. He stole the ball, pulled up back from three, and absolutely drained it, which was amazing. But it seems like we see this over and over again when they blow these leads. And it's like, you could have easily won this game. Yes, Austin Reeves was hot in the fourth quarter, but even then, if you just controlled and did what you needed to do, you would have won this game easily. And it just seems like it was wasted possession after wasted possession, just chucking up shots. The more you spend in the 25 shot clock, the more wasted possessions you're going to get. It just seems like in the third quarter, especially, especially when they have a bad third quarter. Like, I mean, they had 28 points. That's probably one of their better third quarters of the year, but still, like, a bad third quarter can always transition into a bad fourth quarter, I believe.
Yeah, especially if you're like coming out of the locker room, you got to come out hot in that third quarter. You got to maintain momentum because obviously the other team is thinking in that locker room, hey, we need to go out there. Like we still got a full another half to play, and if you're up, and especially like the dominant first and second quarters we've seen throughout the season with this team, you got to come out that third quarter and absolutely dominate and kill any hopes that they have of potentially coming back early.
Yeah, and it's like it's and they would be. I think they'd probably be tops of the East right now if they were just able to do that in a few more games. It kind of seems like when especially these games. I'm not saying this game was like over, but there's points in a season, there's points in games where if you coming out of the first half, going into the second half, if you have a good third quarter, you can put the game to bed. And that's what I talked about with the Clippers game. That finally looked like a game where they kept the foot on the gas and did that. And then they did it the next night against the Warriors. Like, that's the first time in a while I've seen them win it back to back that impressive. And then they go into this Lakers game where they could have won and they didn't. And now it transitions into the final games of before their All-Star break.